Hello, welcome to Rifle Online, and welcome to part 2 of modifying my pink Kramer Beretta. Again, this is it's a fantastic guitar for the price. For the price, it's amazing. But the pickup that came with it, this is a good pickup. I like it. It sounds good. I think it's an Epiphone. It's like an overwound, Epiphone PAF. But I'm going to put a Gibson pickup in it and just a kill switch. I think that's what we're going to do. So first things first, we're going to mount this pickup in the ring. And what I did and what I do a lot is I'll usually go ahead and just thread these in the pickup a little bit before I start putting this in the ring. It's a little easier to get it started. If you have never put a pickup in a pickup ring, for something that seems so simple, it can be challenging. Matter of fact, it's going to be probably the hardest thing I do today. Is just putting this pickup in the ring. So first off, let me make sure I have it going the right way, just like that. Get my springs, and that's the thing. These springs, actually under quite a bit of tension, and you want to make sure that they fit right. So I usually do one side at a time, and I go ahead and just do it like this. Get it ready to go. Make sure I have the pickup oriented correctly, and here's the hard part, is just holding it stable while you get it started. Once it bites like that, it's not too bad. Popped right out on me though, see? I thought I had it, and I didn't. That's what you got to watch out for. Getting it to start is the hardest part. While you're keeping pressure on the spring. Ooh. And I wish I could tell you that there's a perfect way to do it. I don't know one. I've been doing it forever, and sometimes they go right in, sometimes it takes a moment. I will say that I always get the threads together and thread this into the pickup before I even do it, just to make sure it's going to fit, because they're not always the same size. They're kind of self-threading. All right, so this is going to take me just a moment. Hang tight. Okay, so I got the first one in. Now we're going to work on the second one. That's another thing too. These are super easy to lose. The springs, you don't want to do that. It's just frustrating. I'm lucky enough to have a ton of these springs laying around if I did, but even then, it's frustrating. So just keep your eye on it. Take your time. Again, there is just no perfect way of doing this. I just try to line it up as best I can and take my time with it. But once you get the first one, the second one isn't too bad. Like, it's already starting. So getting that first one is just a little rough. All right, come on, get in there. Had it, and it slipped out. And get a lot of that too. Here we go. Looks like it's getting it now. And I just keep pressure on this ring till I know it's in there. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and halfway adjust it. I don't know exactly how much we want it tightened until we get it in, but I can kind of eye it up. Plus, we want to make sure that we have enough threads, you know, passing this area so that we don't have to worry about it. All right, it's looking good. So I'm going to go ahead and just mount this, and you should be able to see. Let me get you a little closer. And I'm going to hopefully keep the strings on, excuse me. Let's try to slide it this way. Slide this through. And it is probably easier for most people to take the strings off. I'm just not, because I don't know, I'm lazy about taking strings off. I don't have a good answer for that. There we go, though. That's all we need to do. Hang on, I'm going to pull this through. All right, so that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down. There it is. I was thinking about direct mounting this pickup. I don't really, to be honest, I don't think there's a difference in tone. I just thought it would look kind of cool, but I would have had to raise the pickup up so high. It wouldn't have looked right on this guitar. It is a good look though, but decided against it. All right, so I am just going to tighten this down. Then our next step is going to be to put the kill switch in. And when I say kill switch, I did not get a guitar kill switch. I went to Lowe's and got a two-way toggle switch, because that's all I want. I really, literally just want something to be able to turn the guitar off. I mean, I can use it as an effect, but that's not really what I wanted. I just wanted to be able to turn it off while I was talking and stuff. Let's see here, I think that's just about it. The double black pickup looks good in it. Anyway, especially with the gold pole pieces. I don't know why I like that look, but I do. Just looks like it's wrong, so I like it. Okay, so this is the switch that I got. So kind of neat. I'm going to keep the on off too. Looks cool. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to fit in that hole. I think we'll have to get that a little bigger. I don't think it's too far off. I'm just eyeing it up. It looks like it's close. It's not too far off. You see, I mean, of course, there's not much in this cavity. And this is just going to go right here. Just like that. So, I'm going to open this up. Hang on. Okay, so that was there's nothing to that. I literally just ran my drill through there, and I just didn't show you. It was loud, but you should be able to see in the cavity there. Not much to it. We have our on-off switch. We have our pickup in. Now all that's left to do is to solder everything up. I will get my soldering iron together, and we'll just finish this up. It'll only take a moment. Okay, so everything is set up. Sorry, that fan's a little loud, but again, if you're going to solder in any place that is really not ventilated, you want something like that. Trust me. I'm going to kind of get you in here. There is really nothing to this. We're going to do a quick quick solder on it. Let me see here. I need a little piece of wire. Just because I don't think that ground's going to go. Yeah, okay, so first things first, let me cut this. I just need a very short piece of wire. A little trick, if you just want to do a real quick, if you're doing something quick and you just need to, get the insulation off wire. So if you got a lighter, just kind of do that and it comes right off. Works really well. It's not good if you have to do a lot of stuff, but you're just doing something quick. So here's the ground. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to tin everything. And what I mean by that is I'm simply going to put some solder on everything. It will make it go together a whole lot better and a whole lot easier. And I probably should trim these, but I'm not. And this is my guitar. I don't care if these are a little long in here. But first things first, let's get everything tinned. And again, there's really not much to this. That's it right there. I'm gonna pull this over here and I'm gonna turn it on. So if you have headphones on, be aware. There you go, that's that. There's really nothing to it. You don't have to get a lot on there. I think that's a misconception with a lot of people. Um, when they don't have a lot of experience soldering, they think they have to use a lot, and you really honestly don't. Less is more sometimes, and this is one of those instances. And what I do here is I'm just getting the wire hot, and then I'm touching the solder to it. So I'm not really touching the solder or the iron to the solder. Oops. There we go. I say there is really nothing to soldering. It takes a little bit of practice, but man, once you do that, nothing to it. And you know what? You can practice on anything. So that's what I would suggest. Just get some wire and practice. There we go. Tinned. That's already tinned. Those are already tinned. All right, we can start going here. So first off, I have this ground. I think you can see it well enough. Let me make sure I'm in there. Okay, so I have this ground wire that I need to connect to this ground. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of just a dot of solder on this. This sheath is the ground on this. And I mean just a tiny bit, just like that. And then I'm going to put this here. Yeah, I'm going to warm that all up. And I am going to put a little extra on top there. Oops. There we go. All right, it's looking good. So hopefully you can see all I did was put this ground onto the ground here. And then I have this to go from here to the ground here because it's going to be really difficult with this type of jack to do it. So I have enough solder here with this being tinned. I shouldn't have to put anything on it. Let's see here. There we go. And just for good measure, I'll put a tiny bit there. And then I'm going to put this right here to the ground. This is 10, this is 10, so we're all good. Oops. I let go too soon, my fault. Hi, buddy. One of the dogs of thunder, Oliver, just came down to see what's going on. There we go. Let me put a little extra on there. Ah, sorry guys. I know I'm blocking your view. Okay, there we go. Now, what we're going to do is, for the positive, we want to connect it to this switch. And this is a simple on-off toggle, so there is really nothing to it. I'm going to connect these two, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist them together. Old school. They already have solder on them. I'm going to twist them together, and then I'm going to just hit it with the soldering iron, and that should just meld them together nicely. There we go. And then this is going to go right here to the positive. See? A little extra on there. Oops. All right. It just takes a little bit of patience to get it on there good. because it's not right now. But we're going to get it. There we go. Perfect. All right, this should be us. I'm going to turn this fan off. Everything should be good. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of tape. And if you were going to do this the right way, you know, you could use some heat shrink, which really does look neat. And you know what? For someone else's guitar, I would have done that. But for mine, because I don't even know if I'm going to keep this mod. That's what I'm going to do for now. This guitar, again, you don't have to do anything to it if you ever get one. But if you want to, they are just so much fun to modify. So you can do so many things with it. I may want to change it again, so I'm keeping it open for myself. I just don't want this to short out on anything. It shouldn't. There we go. Okay, now I think this is all going to work. Let me let's test it real quick. I'm going to unplug my soldering iron, and then I just want to test the pickup and stuff. It should be okay. So let's plug it into something. And what I do is I have a really little cheap, I wouldn't even call it a practice amp. I guess it is. It's a battery powered amp. I mean, you can plug it in too, but I use that just to test things. All right, so all I want to do is tap on this pickup here with a screwdriver or something. Oh, yep, it's working. And the switch is working. That's what we want. All right. So let's button this thing up. I won't have any setup to do or anything like that. I mean, it's already set up, and actually, Jet just played it recently at the Vava Vixens show. So, I mean, I'd put strings on it and stuff for that. The frets are polished. There's nothing to do other than now put it back together and tune it up, and then we'll give you a playing demo in the next video. But I love these Kramers. I do. And I am mostly, mostly a Les Paul kind of person when it comes to guitars. But and I know Gibson makes Kramer, so I guess it makes sense. But there's just something about this. I mean, it's Fender-esque as far as the shape. I know it's more of a dinky shape, maybe. And I love the way Kramers look. The necks are fantastic. This has a great neck. It's 25.5-inch scale. I generally like 24 3/4 a little better, but man, this thing just has a great carve to it. And it is definitely, a shred guitar, which I, am not that great at, but I'm trying to learn. So, and it's one of my favorite colors, pink. All right, so let's tune her up. And we'll take a look from there. Okay, so as I was adjusting the pickup, it dropped all the way through. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going back to direct mount. Hang on. I'm going to, I think I can do this without taking off the strings again. Let's go back to loosening them. And hopefully without unsoldering anything. I mean, it's not too bad like that. Yeah, I'm going to go with direct mount. This pickup is just taller, I guess, than the Epiphone pickup or whatever is in it. I think it's an Epiphone. All right, so let's just see if we can direct mount it. I don't know. Just because I can turn it off, it's kind of fun. And I think it would look neat direct mounted. Be difficult for me to adjust it. I have to think of some good ways, but which it looks to be pretty well adjusted right, just laying in there. If that's the case, then I'll just screw it in and move on with it. We'll find out in a moment. Yeah, I'm just screwing it in. Let's just see what happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a very small drill bit. I'm going to drill a little pilot hole. And I'm going to get some really small screws and we'll see how it works. I mean, it will work, but is it going to work the way I want it to? I don't know. We'll see. Oh man, okay, so this is going to be hard. My drill isn't really fitting down in there. Hang on, let me adjust. There, this should do it. Okay. Hang on, I'm going to find some screws because I want the smallest one I can find. Okay, I got some very small screws. I think they're pickguard screws for P-base or Strat or anything. So let me see if I can mount it this way and make it work. The hard part is going to be getting it started because of the That's a pretty strong magnet on the pickup, but I'll get it. And this screwdriver is magnetic, but not as strong as the pickup, so that is making this difficult. Let me try a little bigger screwdriver. Might hold it better. Yeah, I think it will. That wasn't good, huh? All right, I'm gonna get it. I know I am. All right, there we go. Okay. I don't know if you can see. I'm just screwing this right into the guitar. And hopefully it'll be low enough and high enough. Hopefully it'll be adjusted, to an acceptable level. Ooh. Okay. This side's a little harder. I could get my finger in there. There we go. If I could get my finger in there, it would really help. All right. You know what? I think that's going to do it. Hang on, I'm going to tighten these strings. And we'll see what happens. Okay. It's working. I'll get it in tune, and we will do a playthrough in the next episode. For now, Kramer Beretta Special, Gibson 498T, and a lamp switch. Rock on. Please like, subscribe, listen to Rifle every day.